Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Let's talk about recruiting. Let's talk about the class of 2026. I think if you're going to do that, you got to start with Faison Brandon, the number one ranked quarterback in the country. 247 Sports has Faison Brandon as the number one overall player in the country. Now, he committed to Tennessee back on August the 3rd. A lot of people would say, well, what does that really mean? What does that really matter? Commitment means nothing in 2025 when it comes to recruiting. But I think for Faison Brandon, it does mean something. He has shut down visits. He's not taking trips. He's not flirting with other schools. He is locked in, dialed in to the University of Tennessee. Andrew Ivins of 247 Sports calls him a box checking quarterback with the arm talent. He's a dual threat athlete. He can light up the scoreboards on Saturdays and eventually on Sundays. Says he can make plays with his feet, but he also makes plays with his arm, doesn't put the ball in harm's way. Faison Brandon is 29-1. 29-1 as a starter in high school, 72.5% completion percentage, 71 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That's the number one quarterback in the country, and he is committed. He is locked in to Tennessee. We've talked a lot about the number one ranked running back in the country, Savion Hyder. Charles Power says he's a gifted runner with advanced blend of athleticism, fluidity, and instincts as a high school underclassman. Andrew Ivins of 247 Sports says he is a juiced-up running back with star potential for a college football playoff contender. Now, Tennessee's been on Savion Hyder for quite a while. A lot of talk about Ohio State and Michigan as well. Look, VolQuest recently said that Hyder and the Vols were jiving really well as of late. The goal was to get him here for 865 Live. That's exactly what they did. Now we've got some momentum going into official visit season. Ohio State for Savion Hyder on May the 30th, Georgia on June the 6th, Michigan on June the 13th, and then he will take that last official visit to Tennessee on the weekend of June the 19th through the 22nd. Again, can we carry that momentum from 865 Live into the official visits? But we've got the number one ranked quarterback in the boat. We are, some people think, trending for the number one ranked running back in the country. But what about the number one ranked wide receiver in the country, Tristan Keys, who at one point a lot of people felt like he was trending to Tennessee? And I get it. It's recruiting in the year 2025. NIL, it is the Wild West. And that's why I think this was an interesting article. On Three Recruits puts it out on social media. New Kirby Smart says high school recruits are getting paid as much as $20,000 a month by collectives to uphold their commitments. And if they decommit, they're being asked to return that compensation. What happened with Tristan Keys? Again, Tennessee felt to be the front runner. Tennessee felt to be the leader. And you see things like this. And is that why recruiting is kind of losing some steam? Nobody wants to talk about it because you can be leading. You can be the front runner up till the final hour. Somebody offers more money, and then that's where you end up. This is what the article says about NIL. It says the head coach at Georgia complaining about high school recruits being held to their prior commitments is interesting given how often smaller programs with fewer resources, especially with regard to NIL, complain about major Power 4 programs poaching their commitments with more favorable financial offers. Now, when we're talking about that, and you're talking about some of these smaller schools, we can talk about, and we talked about this on Sunday night during the NCAA stream. Like, we can talk about NIL, we can talk about money, we can talk about it ruining the sport, maybe off the field. But on the field, I feel like last season, I feel like 2024, especially in the SEC, man, was one of the most fun seasons we have experienced in quite some time. I think we're really starting to see parity in college football when it comes to on the field. Now, off the field, I get it. The article goes on to say, still, collectives adding recurring financial incentive in order to secure a high school player's commitment, many of which come months, if not years, before they're able to officially sign with the program, only highlights the freewheeling ways many schools are taking advantage of the current unregulated NIL market prior to the finalization of the House versus NCAA settlement. I would love your answers. I would love for you guys to go to the comment section and tell me what the solution is. I feel like the SEC, I feel like the Big Ten was trying to take steps in the right direction, but hey, it's a free market. You have the right to make whatever you can make. And if the NCAA wants to vet NIL deals and make sure that the market value is accurate, I think that's a step in the right direction. But we've got Danny White pushing back. We've got the state of Tennessee pushing back. You are allowed to earn whatever it is that you can earn. So if you have solutions, if you have a fix, I would love to see it in the comment section below. But is this what happened with Tristan Keys? I thought the timing of this was interesting, seeing that article floating around on social media. And then we also are going to talk about Tristan Keys. Before we do that, I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up right down here below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy, it helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts, we're not insiders, we're not media. We don't pretend to be any of that. What we are is exactly what you guys are. Exactly what you guys are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live, when we drop a video. We got live streams every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We play EA Sports College football, but we talk all things Tennessee football. We've also got Talkin VAWLS live coming back on Wednesday nights. June the 11th, we've got a big interview. June the 18th, we've got a big interview. And then Anthony Aguimura went to Twitter and he spoiled it. June the 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Tennessee offensive lineman Anthony Aguimura is going to be on the channel hanging out, talking all things Tennessee football. So make sure you mark the calendar. But June the 11th, June the 18th, we've also got big interviews at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But let's talk about Tristan Keys. Let's go over and take a look at this. On3 Recruits put it out. News: LSU five-star wide receiver commit Tristan Keys will take official visits to the Tigers, Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, and Texas A&M. He just finished his official visit to Miami. So again, when we talk about a guy like Faison Brandon, locked in, dialed in, not taking visits, is this list Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, Texas A&M, already been to Miami? Is that committed? Is that locked in? Tennessee is still shooting their shot for Tristan Keys, the five-star wide receiver, the number one ranked wide receiver in the country. How powerful can this offense be if you've got the number one ranked quarterback, the number one ranked running back, and the number one ranked wide receiver? But I would also ask you, does Tennessee have the NIL funds to secure those three prospects? Andrew Ivins, 247 Sports, this is what he has to say about Tristan Keys, a potential game wrecker on the outside that can attack all three levels and constantly challenge defenses. Says he pairs elite ball skills together with dynamic route running, superior athleticism, and long levered frame. Goes on to say he creates separation with his suddenness and will break off defensive backs with snappy cuts, attacks the football with confidence, has a rather high success rate in contested catch situations, usually creating an advantage with his natural bounce. Competitive with the ball in his hands, it can hit the throttle to capitalize on his catch and run opportunities. Shined on the offseason circuit at multiple events the summer after sophomore year before assembling elite junior tape for Hattiesburg squad that went undefeated during the regular season. Might not ever be classified as a true burner, but has a skill set to emerge as a playmaker and trusted option on the perimeter for a college football playoff contender, given the combination of size, fluidity, and coordination. Now, it was LSU, it was Ole Miss, it was Auburn, Texas A&M, and Michigan. And at one point, again, Tennessee was felt to be the front runner. It felt like Tennessee and Alabama were kind of at the top there battling, but Keys pulls the trigger. He commits to LSU back on March the 19th, but the recruitment never stops. And when I go back to that commitment on March the 19th, again, very interesting. Tennessee's the front runner. Tennessee leads. All of a sudden, he commits to LSU. But you go back to that article from Kirby Smart. High school recruits are getting paid $20,000 a month to pull the trigger to make these commitments. Is that what happened with Tristan Keys? Is Tristan Keys happy with LSU? Does he want to be with LSU? This is what On3 had to say. Said On3's number one ranked wide receiver in Hattiesburg, high five-star Tristan Keys gave LSU a verbal in March. They'll have to continue to push hard to keep him. Other programs never relented in pursuing the prize pass catcher. This is what he says. When I committed, I still conversated with some of my top schools, Alabama, Tennessee, and Texas A&M, a good bit. The On3 article goes on to say Miami is in the thick of it as well. For Keys, the 6'2 and a half, 185-pounder, who On3 industry tabs as the number 4 prospect in the land, regardless of position, says he visited Coral Gables and College Station since giving LSU a verbal. Trips to Auburn and Ole Miss were also taken. Now Keys will take official visits. Again, he's already visited Miami. He is going to be at Tennessee on June the 13th. Austin Price of VolQuest said, as long as he takes the official, Tennessee has a shot. This is what Tristan Keys had to say about Tennessee. He said, I love the coaching staff. They get along well. They create relationships with the kids. That's important. You want the position coach you can go to and not just talk ball. You can talk relationships, talk life, talk on the financial side. They're doing a great job with their players. They got some great players over there. Got a chance to hang out with them, and that was my favorite part. They do a good job at the quarterback position. They got Faison Brandon up there. They do a great job recruiting quarterbacks, and you want somebody that can spin the ball when you are a wide receiver. That's part of this too. Tristan Keys has a pretty good relationship with Faison Brandon, so that peer recruitment kind of never stops. But is there no chance for Tennessee to land the number 1 ranked wide receiver in the country? I wouldn't necessarily say that. We'll continue to follow the visits. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Faison Brandon? What are your thoughts on Tristan Keys? What are your thoughts on Savion Hyder? Can Tennessee land the top position quarterback, wide receiver, and running back in the class of 2026? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also support the channel by hitting that join button right down there below. It's right there beside subscribe. You can become a member of this channel. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows. We're going to be doing members-only streams coming up soon. But more importantly, you're just keeping the lights on around here for a channel that is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.